Hi, my name is Rino. In this second video, I would like to talk a little bit around facilitation. I've been working for development industry more than 30 years, and half of my career I've been involved in facilitation. So I was also several occasions I was project manager, project leader, team leader, and the last position was a project director for local economic development project. Now, if we talk about facilitation, if you Google the meaning and principles of facilitation, you find a lot of information about what are the principles of facilitation. But I would like to talk about my experience and then share with you this experience. For me, facilitation, coming back to the first video, is actually to make things easy. That means if you facilitate, you make things easy. And this could also be not only in a group discussion, in workshops, in seminar, but also in other occasions. It doesn't have to be only for field workers, field facilitators, but I think facilitation is also important even for project directors, for the management, because facilitation involves communication and conflict management. Of course, this facilitation skill is very important for those colleagues who are facing directly project beneficiaries in the field, farmers, for example, or community. They have to know how to discuss, they have to identify what are the concerns and what are the conflict potential among different interests or different groups in the society. They have to know how to master facilitation skill. But this is not only for the field facilitators or field staff. Facilitation is also important for those who are at the management level. For example, if they are facing partners, project partners, other stakeholders at the national level, be it from the government or private sector, be it at the national level or subnational level, they should be able to facilitate conversations, discussions, and come up with ideas, solutions, and then make some sort of not really make everybody happy, but make everybody see that everyone has actually advantages out of different opinions. So this is important for facilitators to have that skill. Now, what is important in facilitation? I think first of all, important is to keep yourself neutral, not to be involved in not to be directed by a certain opinion. In fact, you must identify that there are differences in opinions, and you see how to find a compromise among different opinions and different interests. Let's see, if you are a project director, then you are actually representing an interest of the project. But then you are facing, let's say, a government decision makers, and he or she or they have other interests in the project. Then how are you going to communicate this so that he is not offended, he is satisfied with your ideas, with your interests, and you can also show that actually the project interest is not against the interests of the partners in this case. So that means you have to be neutral, you must not be emotional in facing all these differences. You have to have a cool head, they say. Another thing is that you also have to get feedback out of your facilitation activity. This is important for example, for field facilitators. Let's say a project has a certain program, has a certain activity to be applied on the field, but then usually a project has a certain plan which is based on best practices, based on reports, but not necessarily based on field situation. And you as a facilitator, you see that there are let's say differences in project concept, project ideas with the situation on the field. So as a facilitator, it's important for you to get information from the field and then feed back this information to the project management, so that project planning, project activities can be altered, which is suitable to the situation on the field. This also goes for project managers or project directors. Let's say if a policy in a country does not really comply with the project policy, then this can be communicated to the headquarters that a certain policy, a certain project policy has to be adjusted. Otherwise, the project activities or project existence cannot be accepted by the partners in the country where the project is active.